This is a Squiz podcast. We're your shortcut to being informed.
Squiz Kids!
It's your daily news fix. Fun, free, fresh.
Hello and welcome to Squiz Kids Today, your fresh take on what's happening in the world around you. I'm Bryce Corbett. It's Friday, August 13. In Squiz Kids Today, Operation Humpback a success. The Olympian who caught a taxi for gold. The longest word in the world, and Wally the Walrus goes boating. That's what's making news, kids style.
The lowdown.
There was good news off the Gold Coast late yesterday afternoon when a young whale that had been caught up in shark nets was finally freed and swam off towards the horizon. Surfers at Coolangatta on the New South Wales-Queensland border first spotted the whale, which had become caught in netting early on Wednesday morning. The whale measured about 8 metres, which is about the same as 4 very tall human adults lying end to end. And it weighed approximately 10 tonnes, which is about the same weight as 6 cars. Wow. Animal rescuers from SeaWorld raced out in a boat and spent most of Wednesday trying to cut the whale free. But by nightfall on Wednesday, the young whale was still entangled and the rescue effort had to be called off. They stuck a satellite tracker to the whale and retreated for the night. Then, yesterday morning, the rescuers were up early. They found the whale who had swum a long, long way out to sea, and they got straight back to work. Using a special knife at the end of a long pole, they hacked and ripped and tore at the netting until the whale was disentangled and could swim again. Mission accomplished. And there's a link to video of the rescue effort in today's episode notes.
Spin the globe.
Each day we give the world globe a spin and find a news story from wherever it stops. And today we've landed in Jamaica, which is where one lucky Tokyo Olympics volunteer could be heading on holidays after helping a Jamaican hurdler win gold. Last week, hurdler Hansley Parchment left the athletes' village and boarded a bus he thought was heading to the main Olympic stadium to take part in the 110-metre hurdle finals. When the bus dropped him instead at the aquatics centre, he was already running late for his event, which is where super volunteer Tiana swooped in. She loaned Hansley money for a taxi so he could race back to the stadium where the athletics were being held, where he promptly went on to win the gold medal. Hansley was so touched by the gesture, he returned to the aquatic centre the next day, found Tiana, showed her his gold medal and thanked her in person. And now the Jamaican government wants to show its appreciation too and has offered Tiana a free holiday in Jamaica to say thank you. So isn't that nice?
Pop Culture Corner.
Are you the kind of person who's prone to the odd contra-monstrance? If so, you're probably agatho-cacological and contra-suggestible into the mix. From your parents' or teachers' point of view, you're quite possibly brobdinagianally annoying, even if you simply consider yourself to be a total epistemophiliac and quite possibly misunderstood. But there's no point getting frustrated. Just pandiculate. And, if you're the firstborn, reflect on how you'll be the last one laughing when the rules of postromogeniture kick in. In the meantime, don't let yourself be overwhelmed by your Weltanschauung. Focus on your knick-knacketry and be grateful for the small things in life. Like the fact you most probably don't have pneumino-ultramicroscopic silicovolcanoconiosis. What was that, you ask? Why, pneumino-ultramicroscopic silicovolcanoconiosis, of course, which has been officially recognised as the longest word in the English language. There's a link in today's episode notes to an explanation of what it means, and also the meaning of all those other ridiculously long words I used. If you love words like I do, you're gonna love it.
Animal Kingdom.
Ah, Wally, you've done it again. Remember how we've spoken before about Wally, the 4-year-old walrus who swam or drifted a bit off course from his home in the Arctic Circle and has been spotted much further south in waters off England, Wales and Spain? Well, it seems he's continuing his European holiday, and he's decided to throw a bit of boating into the mix. Wally's latest destination is Ireland, where he has taken to heaving his enormous body up onto whatever floating object he can find. Because he's a semi-aquatic animal, Wally needs to come up out of the water to rest, and because there aren't any convenient icebergs in Ireland, Wally has been hauling himself onto boats. He's already sunk a few, because he weighs at least 500 kilograms, but he has now found a smallish motorboat that can handle him. And the photos of him hanging out on the boat are hilarious. The boat's owners have said he can stay until another solution is found, like someone building Wally his own pontoon. Pictures and a map of Wally's journey so far are in your episode notes.
Time for the Squiz.
This is the part of the podcast where you get to test how well you've been listening. Question number 1. The whale that was finally set free from shark nets yesterday was stranded off which coast in Queensland and popular tourist destination? Yeah, that's right, it's the Gold Coast. Question number 2. The hurdler who almost missed his Olympic final is from which country? Yeah, that's right, he's from Jamaica. Question number 3. What sort of animal is Wally, who's taken up residence on a boat off Ireland? You got it, he's a walrus.
Shout-outs.
It's August 13. Today is International Left-Handers Day. Yes, left-handers rule. Left-handers of the world unite. It's also Friday the 13th, so maybe don't walk under a ladder today if you can avoid it. And because it's a Friday, that means an extra long birthday shout-out segment. So let's crack out that birthday reggae tune. Hit it. And it's a happy birthday to Abby from Tarragindi, Miller from Invermay, Max from Lilyfield, Sienna from Campbelltown, Maeve from Hawthorne, Lily from Wynnum, Tiger from Paddington, Elfie from Coburg, Luke from Happy Valley, Cooper from Rosehill, Natalie from Forest Lake, Xanthi from Croydon Park, Yeetus from Abbotsford, William from Mount Riverview and Urban from Gosford. And belated birthday shout-outs today go to Annalia from Malabar and Molly, a very special 6-year-old in Coburg in Melbourne. Happy birthday for yesterday. And not forgetting all of those Squiz Kids celebrating a birthday over the coming weekend. To Robin from Walpole, Cadell from Newcastle, Gerald from Broken Hill, Daniela from Naremburn, Chloe from Asquith, Brady from Guyamere, Hugh from Hornsby, Caden from Aberfoyle Park, Olivia from Roseville, Amelia from Crafers, Claudia from Deniliquin, Annabelle and Coco from Perth, Josh from Gosford East, Alyssa from Kwinana Beach, Jess from Albany Hills, Leah from Kempsey, Dominic from Bondi, Flynn from Geelong, Addison from West Wallsend, Maylee from Jimboomba, Zachary from Canberra and Xavier from Abbotsford. And finally, a special happy birthday shout out to Mia in room 20 at Balaclava Primary School. Don't forget, if you've got a birthday coming up and you want a shout-out, or if you're after a classroom shout-out, or you'd like to send a home learning herogram, drop us a line at squizkids@thesquiz.com.au. Well, that's all we have time for today. Thanks for listening to Squiz Kids. We'll be back again on Monday. In the meantime, get out there and have a most excellent day. Over and out. Squiz Kids is proudly supported by the Judith Neilson Institute for Journalism and Ideas.
Squiz Kids!
It's your daily news fix. Fun, free, fresh.